We've just found this dog. He's in a terrible, terrible state. He's covered in ticks and fleas, and he's given up on life, to be honest. I'd say he's got 1,000 ticks that are sucking his blood. But when me and Sybil first saw him, I thought he might nearly be dead. Oh, I don't know if I can show the camera. That's a little tick. You can see it's still legs crawling in the air. Absolutely disgusting. Now I'm here with a very new arrival. He's literally just come in, and I wanted to show you what it's like to have a very, very sick dog. This is Mr. Big. Sybil is trying to tell me he should be called Mr. Big after the character in Sex and the City, but I'm holding out for the notorious B.I.G. He's having a drink. I'm going to let him settle down into his corner now and just, this is a really, really horrific case. If we did have the ability to smell on the camera, I think you would literally puke. I don't know how I'm holding my breakfast down, to be honest. The smell is horrific. I'll tell you why that is in a second, but the first thing you can see is all these ticks on him. He's got about, I could count like 100 there, so it's all over his body. I'd say he's got 1,000 ticks that are sucking his blood, which is horrific. They're actually in his ear. You can see them in his ear. They're actually on his eyes. They're just below his mouth there. There's about 20. They're all on his, down here on his forehead, between his paws. He even has some on his ass, which is just a horrible feeling. But that's only the start of the problems for the notorious B.I.G. He's also got very bad eyes, which you can see here. And he's the biggest problem. I don't want to stress him, but he's got a really bad ear infection, which you can see here. You can see he's twisting his head, but there's maggots in the back of the ear just there that are growing in a little hole. I don't want to turn him around to show you, but this is a dog that's in the worst possible scenario. When me and Sybil first got him, and then Lana and Jules arrived, but when me and Sybil first saw him, I thought he might nearly be dead. He had his head into the wall, staring at the wall, and we were shouting him, and he wasn't moving.
Hey, Big. Big.
He's not even moving, is he?
Here.
Now, if you want to do one thing that would help us massively, you can just hit the subscribe button down below. It really helps us save more dogs like Mr. Big and just get the message out there about dogs. So a like, a comment or a subscribe would be massively appreciated. Thank you very much. So he's very low on energy because these are literally sucking the life out of him. And I'm not scared to say we were a little bit scared of him because he's a big boy and he looks friendly now, and he is friendly, but when you see a dog like this in a toilet cubicle, you just don't know what to think, do you? I mean, he's a big, scary bruiser of a boy, so you have to go in there slowly in case he bites your arm off. But the good news is his recovery has hopefully started now. So what we're going to do is get all these ticks off him. There's absolutely no doubt that he has tick fever and blood parasites in his blood, so he's going to be very, very weak from all that. His wound has got maggots in it, or at least the start of the maggot eggs. You can smell them. I swear to God, me and Lana were like retching, and I washed my hands 4 times and they still smell really bad. But we just want to make him feel comfortable here, really. And then I think the wash is going to give him a big boost. He gets medicine, which is called either Bravecto or NexGard, which goes into his blood, and that actually kills all of these. So these are probably nearly dead already, the ticks, but they're still like latched onto him, sucking his blood. So very, very painful, very irritable. That's another reason why I was worried about him maybe biting us, is because he was so irritable that he would just like clamp onto somebody. But he's doing well. You can see that he's probably, we always look at their teeth to judge their age. I think he's probably about 4 years old, I'd say, maybe 5. He's had a tough life. So we found him in a temple, and the monks there, temples are very good places because the monks care for the dogs, so they make sure they get fed and stuff like that, but obviously they don't have medicines and that sort of stuff, so they will reach out to us for help, and the monk there was very helpful. showing us where he was. We'd actually nearly not given up. We were close to giving up because we were there for about half an hour, 4 of us, and we couldn't find him. But luckily we stuck at it because we found this lovely big boy. And you can see there's not a bit of badness in him. Not a bit at all, even though he's in so much pain. Like some dogs I'd be a little bit scared. Even little Stella when I was in here, I was like, oh, she's going to bite me. But not this big boy. You can tell straight away, even though he's in agony. But we're going to fix you up, mister. We're going to give you a good fix up and get these. I'll take one of these off. I mean, these are disgusting. Oh, I don't know if I can show the camera. That's a little tick. You can see it's still legs crawling in the air. Absolutely disgusting. I just threw it at Lana there. Nearly hit her in the leg. That's one. And he's got, like, I'm not joking, he must have 400 or 500 on him. So, disgusting. He's low on energy. See that little bit of blood that came out into my hand? That's from sucking his blood out. So I'm going to have a good wash myself after this. But I don't want to make this video too long because what we're going to do now is we want to get him comfortable. We don't want him stressed out with the other dogs here. So he's in his own little suite. Oh, he's having a rest now. There he is. He's done. He's having his rest. We're going to keep him separate from everybody so as he can just decompress. We're going to clean him, get all those fleas out of him and the ticks. And I think that's half the battle. Yes, he's got the maggot wounds. You can see the bloody ears. And this is the one that's really painful. You can see the way he's twisting his ear. It's horrific. But we'll get those things. Oh my God, that smell. We'll get those things. That is really disgusting. We'll get those things fixed up as quickly as we can. And you'll see a very different dog. I mean, look at him. He's looking away and he's exhausted, really. But I think in about 3 days, you'll see a very different dog. His energy's just going to collapse now, really, because he's in a safe place and he's going to get nice food and he's going to get medicine. So I know, I've seen it before, his energy will go way down and he'll just sort of zonk out for a few days. But by the end of the week, next week, you'll see him running around the place happy. All things, fingers crossed. So, time to get the treatment started. It's hopefully the start of a really good journey for Mr. Big.
Come on.
He's off. Oh, he's off.
Careful, wait. Because he's already bleeding everywhere. That's very low. Oh. Are you gonna shake my hand? Do you know? Do you know?